Hello, my name is Della. So today we'll do a little bit of a reaction video checking in tonight from Game Theory. Yes, I'm 3 days late, and no, if I wanted this to come out any faster, it wouldn't have. So, congratulations. If you're seeing this, because the algorithm probably shoved it underneath the fucking floorboards. It is what it is. Anyways, this is Game Theory. Shooting tanks with the boys. Did they go and travel to, like, what? Are they in Nevada right now?
You know, game theory really got its start with my love of Mythbusters. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to create a show where I could put to the test all the things that I was seeing in video games here
Yeah.
in real life. And I got to do that.
Okay, whoever's doing the sound direction, you're giving me Slayer. I will look at your stats in a minute after I'm done with this video. But
a couple years into the history of the show with
what was I talking about again? Fuck. Doesn't matter.
projects like
Just
Game
keep
Lab,
going.
with projects like Reality Check. And we did them, and they were awesome, but man, was it a lot of work. And it was super expensive, right? So we decided to put it off to the side and just, hey, that was a fun little period in the channel's history.
So here's the thing, right? I never got the chance to see any of those videos. I never watched any of them. And this is neat because this means I get to see one. I'm assuming that this is basically just one of those, right? Where they just do the wild shit.
But now here we are, in the middle of my final 10 episodes on the channel, and I'm like, you know what? Let's take a moment to bring it back. So we decided to partner with World of Tanks and bring
Shit,
it
it
back
was World
to
of
where
Tanks.
it really all began, to the first ever
Good on you,
episode
Astro.
of that format. We are here in the middle of Texas, Uvalde, Texas.
Texas.
At Rive Tanks.
Yeah.
Today, we're gonna test one major question: can playing a video game actually make a bunch of noobs into professional tank drivers? And even more importantly, can they then successfully fire the gun? So for one.
So here's the question, right? If that's the metric for what they're doing, have they not paid attention to realize that? I'm sorry, you do realize that like military simulators are games, and those are a thing. So of course, a game like that would be very useful. Now, if we're talking about World War Thunder, yeah, because those tanks be accurate as a motherfucker. You see how many leaks get dropped through that shit? It's fucking hilarious. Bro, when you look at War Thunder, you're like, how the fuck did y'all get this information? Like, if there's ever like a secret spy group that's getting all the military info, I want to hire War Thunder to help me get my information if I'm trying to lead some fucking counter organizations. Like, hey, where do we get our anti-weaponry information? War Thunder. Why? It's accurate.
One final time, guys, welcome to Reality Check!
Do you have your hearing protection on?
Of course I do, I'm not a complete idiot.
Guys, okay, so that's a really uncalled for reaction. I should have shut the fuck up there. For reference, right? I remember Gaijin when he was on the actual channel, and then I remember watching him a little bit more when I was off. And then I took a piece of time, I think somewhere between like, I'd say 2019 to 2020, maybe 2021, where I just stopped watching Game Theory and all these other people that I really, really enjoyed because I said, fuck it, I need to make my own thing without watching people I already enjoy. So it's been a bit since I've seen Gaijin. It's been a bit.
At this time, you're clear to fire. 3, 2,
One. Jesus fucking Christ. Three
Now,
theories
to put
remain.
this whole thing to the test, I'm gonna need a little bit of help. That's why I reached out and found myself the team of experts that can't be replaced. Bring them on in!
Dun 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 dun. Gaijin Goomba. Lee, I don't know who this one is. I'm sorry, bro. Ryder! I think I've seen, like, I know for a fact I've seen one of his videos, but I can't remember it. I remember the character more than I remember the actual content of the video itself. Drake? Nope, don't know. Austin. Give me just a moment. So let's look at my so y'all know how there's like a your clip section when it comes to different videos and stuff. Give me just a moment. I need to do something short briefly. This is totally gonna be fair and where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it?
Stay off of social media these days, but but that was one of those things where I'm like, Austin, you are like the thirstiest man I know.
Anyways, I totally don't just run through GT Live clipping shit. The call out post.
Oh, you thought I meant experts in driving tanks? No,
No.
I need experts in theorizing. Come on in,
Yes.
guys. Hey, I see you literally.
Hey.
You are.
However, it's been 6 years.
Hey.
Going, buddy?
Hey.
So little. Long time no see.
Oh man, and you live down the street.
How you doing, bud?
He lives in the street. Jesus.
How are you guys?
I am surviving.
Most importantly, the
Is
three of
it
you in
for
the
real?
middle. The other two, I get a lot of.
The funny part is, Jacapels, you're not the horniest, but you're definitely. You know what? We live and on video that I'm recording. I'm not gonna put you on blast like that immediately. Shut up. Hey. Wait. Hi. CJ said hi and. Okay, what the heck is voyeur or voyeur? Maxie, you gotta explain what is that word at the end. What is that? But also hi.
I've got a lot of. GG, congratulations on the new channel.
Dude, it's been a week long of being psyched for that, and then this, and then you, and then all this, and I'm just like, yes!
Meanwhile, Drake, you've evolved from trailer Drake.
It's a
to
global
comic Drake.
emote.
Been doing comic Drake for 10 years now. This year.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, right. This is crazy long.
So old.
I'm starting to gray.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're getting gray. Yeah, going old.
I've been going gray since before YouTube.
Get a lot of
YouTube
bragging
just made it
rights
worse.
there. Well, you're all excited.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm super pumped. 100%.
I decided to not show up. Oh, that shit.
Never mind. It's fine. I'm not excited at all. This is very boring, the idea of shooting tanks.
Yeah, tanks. So for the last week, I have asked these guys to train up in World of Tanks. They've done it, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yes, Professor.
Well, no one can be as excited as Goomba is.
I love Guys and Goomba's fucking internal energy. It's just like, bro, I'm wearing this shirt. I have these big ass fucking shorts on. Wait, what are shorts or pants? I can't tell.
Sir.
Well,
Big, bitch, go back. Big ass pants. When I mean big ass, I mean everyone else. Skinny, 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 wide. This man is ready for the fucking explosion to just make his pants go in the wind. The flippity flappity. The energy, the bouncing.
Tanks.
This is.
They've done it, I'm assuming.
yes.
Yes, Professor.
Well, no one can be as excited as Goomba is. Like, that dude has been bouncing off the walls all day for this.
Yeah.
so-
My first ever meme was tank, 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 tank.
Oh yeah, shit! Fuck. Sorry, this is just hitting me with like immediate nostalgia bait, and I don't care.
I mean, come on.
He's excited. I'm ready.
Is the editor in the credits? Who did the editing for this? Dan Seibert. Here comes the part where Dell makes himself look stupid. Dan, you know what? Almost sure your name's no. We do this the hard way. Dan Seibert, Gerardo Andres Mija, Mija Torres, Absolute Pixel, and Jerica, or Neka Onigiri. I'm not sure if that is just you with your screen name or whatever the hell happening. But whoever the fuck did the animation, the fucking videos and shit, good job on you. Yeah.
So you guys are all set. You're feeling good about your World of Tanks training?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. So they're all warmed up. I'm warmed up. Let's get you warmed up about World of Tanks. Let's go, guys.
Let's do it.
And honestly, I can think of no better person to catch you up on the brief history of World of Tanks than Foot of a Ferret himself, former host of A Brief History here on the channel,
Yeah.
Ryder.
Thanks, Matt. So, while you might know it from its ads and its sponsor 10, developed for interrupt me. World of Tanks puts you in command of over 800 different tanks from locations. You're tank boys.
Which, by World of Tanks bots, it's also a gunner, technically.
Sorry, man. You can't make me watch an ad. I'm gonna send a link in the description, but I don't feel like watching the ad itself. Will I play the game? Probably. Depends on how well it trained you. Yeah.
So, as you can see, World of Tanks isn't just about fulfilling the fantasy of driving big vehicles and blowing stuff up, so that is really cool. It's a tactical experience, all about understanding your crewmates and how these giant vehicles work, which is why the realism of all this is so important. If you don't understand how the vehicles operate, well, it's gonna mean disaster for both you and your crew. And
Exactly.
that brings us to why we're here today. You see, I've designed
So who's the range specialist here? And what I mean by that is not specialist. Who's the person who owns this fucking piece of land and all these tanks, and is basically going to be chaperoning them? Because I'm ready to meet the chaperone.
a little bit of an experiment for all of our guests that's going to put a lot of things to the test. But to fully break it down,
Unless we don't
I'm
meet
gonna
one,
toss
and
it
it's
off
just
to
them
Lee,
going
our
around
breakdown
being
expert.
fools.
Lee,
I got this, Matt. We're all going to be split up into 3 teams of 2. We've got Team Comics with Drake and myself, Team History with Ryder and Goomba, and Team Science with Austin and Matt. Over the past
I wanted. I'm trying to decide who I want to win. You know what? Fuck it. I know these two. I like Goomba, but at the same time, I know 2 of the people here. I don't know this team much, so I'm not gonna root for them as much. I know one of you well. I know one of you only in passing glance by saying I know fucking caricature. Yeah, we're going with Matt and Austin.
past week or so, each pair of us has been playing a
Win.
different version of World of Tanks. Team Comics is on PC, Team Science has been playing the console version, and then you've got Team History, who have spent the last week playing the console version, but with a twist. Both Xbox and PlayStation offer a service called Remote Play, where so long as you have an internet connection, you can connect to your console remotely and play on your phone or tablet. And because we wanted a wider variety, we got them to play exclusively using their phones to see whether they could keep up with the likes of mainstream consoles or the obviously superior PC.
and so now that everyone's played for 20 hours, we're throwing them into tanks and
Wait.
forcing them to go head.
You're only doing fucking 20 hours? Sorry. Jacopels, what team did you choose? Who'd you choose? Was it history, science, or comics? And at the same time, the thing that's really confusing me is that they said they only had 20 hours? Even if that was like normal formal training, right? 20 hours is too short. Man, nah, he chose history, probably.
Head to head in 2 separate
Oh yeah, I just scrolled up and looked. Yeah, you chose history.
competitions. The first is a driving test where one member from each team is going to drive the tank through a carefully designed obstacle course. The second round will happen at the shooting range, where each team will be responsible for aiming and firing at a set of targets. Highest accuracy wins. Now, I know this might seem like a bit of a wild experiment. There's no way that playing a video game can train someone to drive 25
You ever heard
tons
of
of pure
fucking
military
military
power,
simulator?
right? Well, that's what you might think, but there's actually some interesting science behind it.
Did someone say science?
Yeah!
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Yeah.
But Matt is right. The science here is fascinating. We all know what dopamine is, right?
Mhm,
It's the happy hormone. When you do something you enjoy, you get a nice hit of dopamine that makes you feel really good. I'm also sure that most of you that have played video games would say that you feel good while playing them, especially if it's a game you really enjoy. However, dopamine is more than just a happiness hormone. It also plays a major role in your ability to learn. In 2001, a study
Yeah.
was conducted on rats where one of the rats had their dopamine neurons stimulated while listening to a specific audio tone, and the other group just listened to the tone with no stimulation. They found that the rats with dopamine neurons stimulated had better recall of the tone than their sadder counterparts.
Basically, dopamine helps you learn, which is why you tend to do better in school if you enjoy the subject more, or do better at your job if you actually enjoy.
But Jacopels, this is competition. One does not need to be funny for the sake of history. No, not for the sake of competition. One does not need to be funny for the sake of competition. One needs to be accurate and detailed. And with that, we bring about super science. Anyways.
Enjoy your work, because the dopamine that you receive helps to expand your brain chemistry. And all the way back in 1998,
Slit air. but stupid deaths in history. Okay, yeah, people died in history. People also died in science and in comics.
They prove that the amount of dopamine you get from playing video games can match that of someone injecting amphetamines directly into your bloodstream. That is a crazy amount of dopamine.
And it doesn't stop there, because in later years it was shown to be the case in humans too. Since then, there has been study after study showing the effects of video games on both your physical and mental skills, like helping to improve attention and spatial awareness in children and improving hand-eye coordination in the elderly. Heck, video games are now being used to train surgeons how to operate, and probably most important for our purposes today, to give soldiers the chance to practice driving and aiming big military vehicles.
I mean, if it works for a crew of soldiers, theoretically it should be able to work for a bunch of top-tier gamers like us, right? Guess we're about to find out.
Top tier.
So really, this isn't just a competition.
I need to see the I need to see Matt Pat's no hit run in Elden Ring before we consider him top tier. Then after that, we need to see him beat Tetris. What other nonsensical bullshit should I add to this high ass requirement for being a top tier? Oh, and you have to do all these things like back to back with no fuck ups. Gotta run all gotta run all the Soulsborne games. And then play all the Toho games that are just fucking bullet hells and not get hit once. Yeah, the record for Minecraft as well. Yeah. Does anyone else remember the time that fucking MatPat had a live stream where they made a fucking computer in Minecraft? That was fun.
Between 6 gamers, it's a
Jack of Hills, that is a cursed concept. I'm sorry. Did you just say use a Dance Dance Revolution platform as a console? Okay, Slayer, that one's just unironically impossible because there's just too many levels to do.
test to see how video games can teach us. Can that sweet, sweet dopamine we get from playing games actually prepare us to execute on the real thing? But before we start throwing these guys into tanks, we should probably learn a little bit more about the tanks themselves.
Oh, there's a chaperone.
Which is why we're going to be talking to Tommy from DriveTanks.com. Tommy, thanks for joining us today. Tommy, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I've been working with tanks for right around 5 years. I've been with DriveTanks.com for roughly 3.5 years. And I've been working on military vehicles, say, from all the end of World War I all the way to modern day. Or as modern as we can be, as the government allows us to be.
What secret stuff do you have?
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Don't worry about it.
We all play games, we all understand how like first-person shooters and war shooters and this and that work, but actually being able to operate these things in real life and understand how they work is fundamentally different, right? So even down to the basic question, when we hop into that tank, are we driving it with like a steering wheel? Is it levers? What?
Good question.
What is it?
So it depends on the nation of origin, also the time. So for instance, like your T-34 and your Sherman, two very famous tanks from World War II, they both drive with what we call tillers or steering sticks. You know, make a left turn, you pull left, you make a right turn, you pull right. Then you have other tanks like the famous Tiger tank actually turns with a steering wheel.
We would actually wind up driving the West German Leopard, which used steering wheel and pedals, making it a whole heck of a lot easier. What is
Why would you want that? You want the stick so you can just grab on, rip your hands around the fucking stick, and just slam forward. Obviously, you know that's obviously what you want to do. Wait, hold on. What was you saying? I'm sorry. Are y'all still listing off nonsense for him to actually complete? Wait, did you say beat Whitebeard in a boxing match? What the fuck, man? Well, there's a Sharon. Somebody beat Elden Ring on Dance Dance Revolution platform in 0-hit run. That's fucking impossible. that is so Herculean. Actually, no, that's not even Herculean. I need some Sisyphean fucking feet now. And if you don't know what that means, not Sisyphean, Sisyphon? Sisyphon? Is the right term, Sisyphon? Something that's basically you can keep doing it forever, but it will never finish. Type shit, you know. I need something like that now.
What's the top speed of a tank?
So it depends on the tank. So the top speed of a tank, the Guinness Book World Records, is actually the Scorpion tank, which tops out right around 55 miles an hour.
Okay.
Also, by the way, fuck the Guinness World Record. Fuck the Guinness Book. Why? Simple. You have to pay to get on there, and they're really shitty in the way that you have to do it. Like you gotta pay to get in on the book, which means that there's a lot of impressive shit that was just not done.
Now, World War II tanks, they weren't going as fast, and the reason why is because you had to shoot accurately. And if you're going, say, 30 miles an hour and your gun barrel's bouncing up and down, you know you can't shoot accurately.
Might not sound all that fast, but some of us were feeling a bit apprehensive.
So, I'm scared.
Okay.
I love that delivery, and I also love our chaperone here, who I believe was named Tommy, and I'm going to continue calling him Tommy and or chaperone interchangeably. Because his immediate reaction was just saying, okay.
Feeling a bit apprehensive.
So, I'm scared.
Okay.
Just, okay. I was like, what the fuck? But no, it's okay. You're more safe than you think. And I was just like, okay, you're scared. Be afraid.
Listen,
Hey,
among
see you
all of
later,
us know what
Jack
it is
Pills.
to be a gaming expert, but
Also, do not join his team.
when you see it in person,
Yeah.
if it all goes out, what exactly am I going to be expecting in terms of like training?
So for training, so say for modern tank training, you'd go to tank school, which is basically you're taught every aspect of the machine, right? You're taught how to drive, you're taught how to gun.
Oh, yeah, that was the last D&D ass shit that we did the other day. Yeah, you can clear it.
Now in World War II, you would also have tank school. Granted, it was a lot more rushed, right? You know, it'd be right around 2 to 3 months. And
Also, Slayer, I love how you just fucking opening up the queue for D&D nonsense. You're like, you know what? We're gonna do this after we do a few videos. Also, let me just open up the queue, clear them out, and then immediately lock it behind you as you leave.
and then you're basically going out in the field and you're learning as you go. And then also in World War II, and you also see this in the movie Fury, where there'd be cases where one of you guys would be injured and they'd just take a random guy and they'd throw him in.
So that's basically us today.
Yeah, pretty much. After a week of training, we got this.
Good. Week of playing a video game and like 10 minutes talking to Tommy. We're feeling good?
Ready to go.
Okay. Well, let's go meet our tank then.
Okay.
All right.
Also, here, hold it. Right.
What? Yeah.
I do want to call this out while they get prepared. Who am I talking to? You.
Hello.
Talking to you. So, Ryder, just for the people at home.
Yeah.
How many times have you driven a car?
Maybe like 8.
8 total?
That might be generous.
That might be an overestimate.
That might be generous. And most of it was like 10 years ago when I was getting my license, like 2 years late.
So last year, I taught Ryder how to ride a bike for the first time in his life.
Aww, it's fucking adorable. I can ride a bike, but I can't drive worth a damn. Well, okay, I can drive. I just ain't got the light. I'm a fool who ain't gotten in taking a test because I'm just nervous as shit. Like, drive normally? Yes. Drive without anyone that you don't know in a car? I'm cool. Get into a test? I'm nervous as shit.
I like that I've just skipped the whole driving process and now we're just gonna throw you in a tank. Life comes at you fast. Here it is. The tank's all
I mean,
revved
you're
up.
like,
It's
fuck
time
it.
to start the experiment. We're team number 1, Team Science.
We're Team Comics. 1, 2, 3, catchphrase.
There was also team history, but Ryder was so nervous that he actually forgot to record the intro. Though to be fair, when I got into the tank, I was feeling the same way. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Ah.
I'm groping around in the darkness, and there's a wheel, and I think there's a gas pedal. I don't know if there's a brake pedal. We're gonna find out together.
That is one of the most terrifying things you've ever described. Groping in the darkness, and the words, I think there's a gas pedal, I don't know if there's a brake, and we're going to find out. I don't like that description at all. That sounds horrific. And I'm assuming that they're like leaving out the parts where he actually explained. I'm hoping the chaperone dude is trustworthy and he actually explained shit. It wasn't just like, fuck you. You're gonna die in this shit. This metal tin can will be your fucking grave. You'll be packed up like fucking sardines.
It actually took me another 3 minutes of groping around in the dark before I found that brake. Anyway, once I had a handle on the pedals, I got over that nervousness very quickly. And just like that, we were off. It was so loud you basically couldn't hear anything we were saying. That and we were trying desperately not to crash. But this course was full of twists and turns.
Oh,
and
shit.
really showing off what the tank was capable of. Oh, that's so easy and awesome. God, I'm surprised at how
I mean, it's a big ass motherfucking thing going. If something stops that, you should be in danger
You'd expect
anyways.
the tank to be heavy and slow, but in reality,
No.
it was light and super nimble. In fact, it was probably one of the smoothest rides I'd ever been on. All the suspension in this thing, coupled with the treads, made it feel like you were floating on a cloud. After surviving a dip into a small river, going up the banks, and getting some pretty good speed, Team Science was wrapped.
Why don't regular civilians just drive around with tanks? I mean, rip off the gun and give us treads and we're good. Who needs roads when you can just have tank treads?
Oh yeah, easy every time. Look at that parking job. There you go. Yes! That was awesome. Now, they told us that the course would probably take us about 8 to 15 minutes to complete. What they didn't realize was that we're a super competitive group. I managed to complete the course in 6 minutes and 44 seconds.
Ooh.
Even Ryder, despite being cautious and nearly coming off the track several times, he managed to beat that time with a solid 7 minutes and 40 seconds.
Hey, bro said fuck. I said, you know what? I'd love to see writers and just interview him after and be like, hey, yo, you, bro, I gotta ask you a question, okay? So, I understand you haven't driven a regular fucking car in a long ass time, right? So, here's the question. You just drove a fucking tank. How do you feel today? How you doing, man? You doing good? Yeah, let's fucking party. We going out for drinks. I won't be drinking because I don't drink alcohol, but you know that's how we do.
Yeah, Ryder! Woo! We did it! Let's go, buddy! But of course, every group has that one guy who's got to push it just a little bit further, even further than the experts were.
Ah, shit.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that. You said let it rip.
And Let It Rip Drake certainly lived up to the name. I didn't realize that this
Jesus.
was possible with a vehicle this heavy, but Drake actually caught air. They were figuratively, and sometimes even
Wait, you didn't know you can catch air with these things? They're fucking tanks. They're literally fast metal machines. Like that's one of their main staples is that they hit hard, they move quick, and they're hard as hell to hurt. Unless you're packing enough firepower to light that bitch up.
literally flying around the course, coming in with the scorching time of 5 minutes and 49 seconds. 2 whole minutes faster than the experts predicted any of us would be able to do it in, putting them in a solid first place. And we're gonna give them 3 points for that win, leaving Team Science and Team History in second and third place with 2 and 1 point respectively. But despite the competition, when it comes to whether a video game can teach you how to drive a tank, I'd have to say yes. Though to be fair, the system was so easy that if you've ever driven a golf cart, you'd be able to do it too. Just look at Ryder.
I think we're all winners as far as that round goes.
Yes. Wow.
Technically,
Some are more winners than others.
the official winners are Team Comics.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I did all the work. Yes.
Yes,
You know,
catchphrase.
Catchphrase indeed. Congratulations.
Ryder, you have successfully poke-evolved into driver.
Nice and slow.
And now we move on to shooting the tanks, yes?
Ah, God.
So now it's time for us to see.
What the fuck? Who the hell is banging on my damn wall? Okay, so it's them coming into that damn garage.
See who has the best aim. For safety reasons, we couldn't just hop in and start firing off the
Yeah.
tank like you would in World of Tanks. But we did manage to devise a system that would allow us to aim and fire the tanks safely. First, we wouldn't be using explosive shells, as they're much harder to control, much more dangerous, obviously, and also the US government wouldn't let us have them. Can't imagine why. As if I
Yeah.
have enough government watch lists at this point. Instead, for the test, we'd be using solid shells, which are exactly what they sound like. Shells made out of solid steel.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, go ahead. Pick it up.
That's awesome.
Can I take it home with me?
No.
Just in case. CSA.
I would love to see you see. Gosh, it's so much heavier than expected. Here,
How did you not expect? Okay, so here's so many times where I'm like, Matt, Pat, the words that are coming out your mouth sound like the cliches of a damn movie. It's a solid metal thing that goes in a big fucking cannon. It's gonna be heavy.
try it out.
Oh,
It's
bunch of
Yeah.
That's a heavy boy.
So it's gonna be hooked up to another case. So we'll put the two inside the tank and then we'll load them together as one piece. But the projectiles themselves, they will go down range, bury themselves, and we'll probably never see them again.
Just because they're so buried in the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
We would then help load the cannon and direct the crew on how to aim the shot.
2 cranks down, and then 1 crank to the right. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Gotcha. Thank you so much.
Once everything was ready and safe, we'd fire the tank using a ripcord from outside, which was meant to protect us from any potential ammo jams or backfires. Finally, what are we aiming at? Can't exactly fire at another expensive tank from the 1900s, can we? No, instead we have ourselves a wall of trucks that just so happen to be sitting in a very familiar location.
I recognize that we're at the Mr. Beast mound, of all things.
Yeah. we're following in the footsteps of greatness, clearly.
Yeah.
Jesus.
This right here is where good old Jimmy Beast also fires his tanks. Not all.
Oh, Mr. Beast? I'm sorry, I don't watch Mr. Beast videos for the most part. Like, I'm cool with the dude. Sometimes if I feel like throwing money his way, I'll just put the bitches on with a playlist and let the videos run on loop. But I don't watch them often. And actually, like, watch them.
All that surprising when it's one of the 2 places in America that you're allowed to fire tanks. In fact, a lot of YouTubers have been in this place recently. Go figure.
Yeah.
Any tips that we need to know that those other guys didn't know?
What can you tell us that you can't tell Mr. Beast?
Oh no, see, I can't say that.
He's like, I can give you tips that, you know, some people wouldn't know. What can you tell Mr. Beast? I don't know about that one.
So we've got ourselves our wall of trucks. Now we'll be ranking each of the shots based on accuracy. 3 points for first place, 2 points for second, and 1 for third. If you miss, you get 0. And with that out of the way,
You know what? I'm gonna have to finish this video soon and then ask the question of what the hell are they doing outside that bangs on my damn wall.
hey,
All right. Are you ready?
I as ready as I can be.
I've never shot a gun of any kind, of any size before.
Well, this is
so
a
I'm
good
going
way to start.
straight for the big stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
All downhill from here. How's your aim?
Pretty bad.
Damn.
We'll find out when I pull the ripcord. You know, it actually has like a manual crank where you're like, it's not like electronic at all.
We've got to beat Lee and Drake.
What are the points for this? How are we scoring it?
If you hit it, you get 100 points.
I better get 100 points.
Okay.
You gotta hit it.
100 points.
All right, you're clear to load.
Loading.
All right, is everyone good?
Everybody.
This time you're clear to fire. All right, 3.
Ah! Why does this shit remind me of fucking Breaking Bad? Bro just hits the ground, immediately spreads his damn arms, and he's just like, trying to continue laughing. I'm fucking done. Bro is just out here.
Did it miss?
You flash through.
Awesome.
That freaking rules, man. That was awesome.
My like heart is
I can
racing.
feel it in my whole body.
It was like a concussive
And it
blast.
smelled like sulfur. It was beautiful.
Oh, I inhaled so much
Would
smoke.
do that again.
Well, I think it's these guys.
It was all.
It does feel weird. I'm surprised MatPat hasn't experienced more things blowing up. Huh.
All right.
All right. See that?
Listen.
He sniped to the back window.
Yeah,
and
I hit
everything.
Yeah.
I hit the window. That's hitting the thing.
Listen, we've coordinated on this. We consulted professionals in World of Tanks.
Yeah, okay.
And we're gonna get that truck.
Couple cranks to the left, 1 up. Yeah, we got
Yeah,
this.
you feel good about your
We'll
shot?
see how
Couple
it
cranks
goes.
down, 1 to the right. That's what we did.
Okay, well, good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you so much. We beat you once, we beat you
Best
again.
man win.
All right, at this time you're
So-
clear to fire.
For hitting it, right? I think you're supposed to be okay. Now, here's the real question. Does it get you more points if you go through the driver's side and take out where the driver would be? Or would you be better off aiming for center of mass and trying to take out where the engine would be?
Fire. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Simple driver? Yeah.
Go, let's go.
What? They didn't hit. You didn't hit anything.
Listen.
You didn't hit anything.
Listen.
No. Oh. Come on. Where was the projectile? I swear I saw it.
Listen.
You didn't hit anything.
Come on. Can we get it in frame? No, I don't think we can. It just moves that damn fast. They could always make another tank, but getting another tank driver is harder. There. Okay, so immediately we see this here. We see the first little spurts of dust, and then bam. So what? It's what is the FPS on this actually? I want to just. This comes back to Delby Nerd. I want. Is there a way to find out the FPS on this video? I want to know how many frames it is exactly that we're dealing with, so that I can try to understand how fast it is. Because we have about like what 2 frames in between it is actually getting hit. 1, 2, 3. Like 3 frames in between it hitting there to there. I know that there's stats. I just this is okay. If I had to explain my level of nerddom, I am nerdy in the sense that I understand the concepts and couldn't work them out and make up more shit after being understanding them. I can understand them and I can work them out. But I'm not nerdy enough to understand how to find the actual numbers to put into the equations.
Hit anything.
Listen.
What happened to that great aim?
Yeah, well, listen, we won the race. We have to highlight all the former theorists.
Or we're so awesome that we threaded the needle and we're even cooler than them.
That was it.
Yes,
Yeah,
that one.
yeah.
I think that one.
It's like the Robin Hood arrow through an arrow. I think it's even more impressive. We're playing a game of horse.
But it's even cooler.
What did they hit? Actually, that is a very good question. What the fuck did y'all even make contact with? Oh shit, it is. Yeah, it's fast as fuck. Oh, it hit the fucking car underneath. It ripped that in two. Ooh, you took out the fucking driver door. I mean, you hit something, but do we count that? Because like what they hit wasn't what I expected. Because I was looking like here, I thought that they had made contact with this, and it just somehow managed to not take any damage. But what they had actually hit was this here, and fucking annihilated again the windshield. Like,
Even cooler because it's a tank.
Yeah. Ryder, what do you got?
Oh my god! I'm so scared to stand next to this thing right now.
I don't think Goomba's scared.
Yeah, like I was supposed
wait, where the fuck did he get up there? Was he already on this? Or was he on it as soon as his shot began? Hold up. Like,
It's like the Robin Hood arrow through an arrow. I think it's even more impressive. We're playing a game of horse.
But it's even cooler because it's a tank.
Yeah. Ryder, what do you got?
oh my god, as soon as his shot begins, he's just standing there.
I'm so scared to stand next to this thing right now.
I don't think Goomba's scared.
Yeah, like I was supposed to come up here with him, but he's already up there.
No, I'm ready, man.
He's with his baby right
Are you like
now.
testing the wind? Finger in the air?
I'm guiding the barrel right to the dead. I want to go dead center through the passenger door, dead center.
I'll believe
My
when I
man
see
is
Damn.
in his element right now. So
I want him to get it too. It would be fucking hilarious if he. You know what? I want this to be some like unusual nonsense, and somehow by the grace of all that was wrong in the world, the entire car just gets fucking launched off. By no means necessary. It's just like, how did this happen? We don't know. I want the entire car to just fucking flip off the edge.
Are you gonna be standing up here, Ryder?
I think I'm supposed to. I don't want to.
All right.
So,
Well, good luck. Yeah, good luck.
yeah.
I shake your hand, but I'm too high up, man. I don't know what to say.
GG.
Do you have your hearing protection on?
Of course I do. I'm not a complete idiot.
Guns hot. I did the driving and I thought I conquered tanks, but as soon as that first one went off, I was like, no. That knocked me off my feet.
All right. At this time, you're clear to fire.
3, 2, 1, fire in the hole!
Please. Hey! The meme lives up to the legend. Yeah.
Was that not the best thing ever? It was so huge.
That was the most insane thing ever. Like,
did you feel that blast?
that was by far the biggest blast that we've had of any of these.
Nice
shot.
shot.
I did all of
dead.
So dead.
Yes, he is definitely dead. And with that, we should probably tally up those
Yeah.
final scores. This was a competition after all. So I think it's clear to say that Team History won the shooting round, so that's 3 points for them. Team
Yeah.
Comics, on the other hand, barely managed to scrape the frame of the car, so we're putting them in 3rd place with 1 point, which leaves Team Science in 2nd place with 2. I maintain that the shot through the window is a pretty impressive shot, though I can't deny the solid hit that Goomba was able to do on the body of that car, so I'm gonna be happy with the 2. That means that the scores at the end of all of this are tied. 4s across the board for all of us. I guess that's nice. So despite the game's accuracy to crew breakdown,
This is always set up to be a tie in the first place. We didn't have a winner.
speed and mobility, doesn't seem like it had that much effect on our overall performance. No one gaming platform stood out, and that makes sense when you think about it. Driving a tank is very similar to just driving a car. You have pedals, you have a wheel, you have a big old crank for aiming. Well, I guess I don't have that in a car, but it's not hard to figure out. So just like driving, it's a very physical activity, which means that getting better is less about
They're
mental
illegal, but they
stimulation
do.
and much more about muscle
All them
memory.
going
By repeating the
into
same
a 100
actions
game
over and over
match
again,
now? Yeah. Or we just assemble them all in one massive tank crew and we just let them go ham.
activate the same neural pathways repeatedly. Eventually, your brain just gets so used to doing that action, it more or less becomes subconscious. And it's in those moments that you're able to react faster and push the speed because your body just intuitively understands what it's supposed to be doing. Playing on a phone, a controller, a keyboard, it's not really going to give you that muscle memory to be able to transfer the skill. If anything, your confidence as a car driver, that's the thing that's going to help you more than playing a game.
But here's the thing, Matt. Very soon, that may not be the case.
What do you mean, Gigi?
Well, you see, there's a brand new breed of tank on the horizon. And rather than using all the levers, pedals, and steering wheels that we use today, this guy instead uses a simple Xbox controller. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
A 35-ton piece of machinery is controlled by this. And if you take a look at the inside, you'll realize there's no windows, just a bunch of cameras and monitors, racer chairs, and headsets. It's literally a military-grade gamer paradise. But what's even more interesting is that it allows for—
So this is why Twitch keeps giving me those damn join the army ads. Of course, they literally just said, "You think we're leaking World of War Thunder is getting leaks? No, we're just updating our next batch of soldiers."
for a buildup of that crucial muscle memory. In fact, when prototypes were tested with
Yeah, they
young
do the exact
adults
same
from
thing with
Gen Z,
drones.
they
Yeah.
found that what would have taken days of real training in a traditional tank took these gamers just 4 hours. But most importantly of all, it's just safer. While we all had fun driving around these giant machines for the day, war isn't fun. It's serious business with real human lives at stake. And tools like this, controlling a drone tank like you would a video game, well, it helps keep human lives out of the line of fire when people are forced to engage in any form of necessary conflict.
Thanks for that, Goomba. Very well said. And with that, ladies and
And dehumanization is also a neat factor of this, where you aren't the one there.
gentlemen, our long day of shooting tanks has come to a close. I gotta ask, what did we all learn here today? Starting with Drake, go for it.
I learned that we all need to hang out more often if we're gonna be doing this.
I learned that I like tanks far too much. Far too much.
Your first meme was the tank, sir. This just makes everything more epic. We slowly approaching the world of Ultra Kill day by day. Astral, do not fucking hex us with that bullshit, or I will hex you with the same hex I've had on you for the next, well, not next, last 2 weeks? Last 2 weeks, or was it last 3 weeks? Something like that.
This is an absolute heaven. I'm so thankful you brought me out here for this, man.
I learned that actually aiming a tank is way harder than I thought it would be, and that it is in a video game.
I learned to drive.
That's fucking amazing. Bro, I'll be honest with you. If I looked at my driving instructor and said, "Hey, give me my damn license," it's like, the fuck you just said to me? It's like, I need my license now, please. If you don't give it to me right now, we're gonna have a problem. It's like, man, what you talking about? Like, I ain't gonna give you a license when you talking like this. What you got? What are you doing that is gonna get you a license? I drove a fucking tank, man. I drove a tank and fired the hoe accurately, right at the needle. Give me my license. Oh. I mean, okay.
break it down for us? What is it?
I learned that World of Tanks is an excellent video game that you should go download right now. The link is in the description.
That's true.
The plug.
Hashtag spawn. So thank you so much to World of Tanks.
Yeah.
Thank you to DriveTanks.com. But most importantly, thank you to you guys.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
Oh, thank you for not just coming in today, but also for 13 years.
Of course.
It's good seeing you, man.
So good seeing you.
Shit.
Hey, how about we do this again, not for content?
Yeah,
next time,
absolutely.
huh?
Yeah, for real.
Make it a little yearly thing.
Yeah.
And
The yearly tank fucking firing. Wait a second. Why is it always gotta be tanks? If they're already just gonna be going out for fucking crazy shit. Like, I don't even care if you do it for videos or if you don't do it for videos. But switch it up sometimes, because I imagine tanks would get old soon. If you keep doing it year after year. Maybe tanks, old school cannons. Ooh. The pirate episode. That'd be neat. Drones? Wait, no. I don't think the US would be happy with us adding guns to our own drones. Yeah, no, they wouldn't be happy with that.
with that, I think we can successfully say that World of Tanks has gotten itself a reality check. But hey, that's just a theory.
A game theory. Thanks for watching.
I got you. That was good.
Yeah.
A huge thank you once again to World of Tanks for sponsoring this episode of Reality Check.
Everybody,
Without them, it
get
literally
the hell out
wouldn't
of
have
here.
been possible to come down here and do such a fun, crazy experiment. Remember, you can download the game right now for free using the link down in the description below. Plus, World of Tanks wasn't satisfied just revitalizing this old show. They also had a special deal just for you theorists. If you register for an account and use the invite code GameTheory, you can get yourself some special in-game rewards to widen your experience right off the bat. You get the British Cromwell B tank, 250,000 credits in the game, and 7 days of premium access, plus a bunch of other tanks that you can rent for 10 battles each at no extra charge. And now, if you'll excuse me,
Nice.
it's time for me to go back behind my desk where I probably belong. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next week.
Till the end we march. For our days are numbered, our time has been spread on feet. As far as I'm concerned, running short. Anyways, everyone, have a lovely day. Get the fuck into the description. The links will be down there, including the fucking game link. Get out there, support MadPad and all the game theorists and all the people who work on this shit because they do amazing jobs. Thank you. Yeah, I'm here to vibe. I'm also here to just be a good person, I think. I want y'all to chill, vibe, listen, laugh, have all that fun, right? Besides that, I'm gonna be doing my own shit. And yeah, I got links in the description. The bottom two are mine. Want to check out my socials or receive videos early? That's where they are. That's what those two are. One of those is a membership. The other one's on my other social. And besides that, I'm just here to do what I need to do and vibe. Have a lovely day, everybody, and goodbye. Yeah, goodbye.